Hey everybody, it's me, Zenith, from the channel Zenith. What's up guys? This is the yearly update video where we play on Sweden with the same fucking loadout and I top score. And just like last year, I want to do a Q&A because, again, there's not really much content to talk about. And it went really well last year, so I want to just do it again. But first, obviously, how did the year go for me? 2024 was without a doubt my favorite year being a content creator on YouTube. And I know it doesn't seem that way because I only posted twice, but working on those videos, not really, I mean, the Simpsons one near the end, I started to really enjoy it, but especially the WarioWare video and just like posting on Twitter and just checking reception, all that stuff, being active on my Discord, all these other things that I was doing instead of posting videos, it was just so much fun. And I finally, for the first time in a really long time, was really confident in my content. And I want to keep that confidence going into 2025 because for the entire year, I was really thinking like, man, I can really do this. You know, I can really make videos that people want to see that aren't just TF2 related. And look, don't get me wrong, I love TF2, but look, if I can strike gold outside of it and I can try to become a YouTuber in general, which is in fact the dream goal here, then I gotta jump for it, man. So to anyone wondering, like, am I going to make more TF2 videos? Maybe one day, for sure. I'm not going to close that door because I love TF2 and I still play it. But for the current time being, I think that the only presence I really want in TF2 is like in Great Blues videos or Chuckle Nuts content. Outside of that, I don't really want to share any more TF2 opinions. I don't really want to go off on like TF2 discussions or whatever. But we'll get more into that later. But yeah, content-wise, maybe one day I'll get back to 30 Days Medic. That video is such an undertaking for me because to me it feels like a video that is so perfect and I just have to execute on it. And I just don't think I'm a good enough video creator to execute the idea I want. So it's going to maybe take quite a bit of time for that video to come out. I'm not someone who could just like, you know, fucking not think about it and just post it. I mull over nearly every single frame in every video I do, even though it may not seem like that. Anyway, that's my, I guess, TF2 and life discussion. Let's go over the videos individually because, you know, I totally can do that. I'm not going to go over shorts because they're shorts. Who gives a fuck? Can you beat the Simpsons hit and run with the worst car? I am super proud of this video. It is definitely one of my best pieces of content. I really come to realize that I kind of hate how I've made my other pieces of content. They were very much derivative over other people I watch, and they were very much like attention grabby, and I don't know, I just don't like that anymore. I still do this type of stuff, you know, I add J cuts and I add like transitions and I still edit to grab attention, all that, but I just feel like the pacing of those 30-day videos, for example, I just think they didn't have the same impact as something like my Simpsons video had for level 3. I really tried to make it so that for that one level 3 race, if you watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. I really try to make it so that one level 3 race, like it feels like you are struggling with me in that part. Like you need, I need to emphasize how painful that was because that took like 10, 15, 20 fucking hours on that one race. I think it may have been even more. It's been so long since I recorded that. It's been 2 years since I recorded that part. But yeah, I for sure think that this video is incredible. I think I did a really good job. I think that I did a lot throughout to keep it interesting, which is something that is kind of hard to do, especially like trying to make bits throughout the boring parts and trying to shitpost my way through it. That was definitely a reason why the video took so long because it's just, I had so much I wanted to say, but then there were also sections, like maybe 20-minute long sections where I have nothing of value to talk about. So I'm just kind of shit posting and memeing through it so we can get through it so I don't, you know, cut it and I look like a fucking cheater or something. I don't know. Anyway, Simpsons video, very proud of this. And next up is WarioWare video. I am also insanely proud of how this one turned out. It didn't get the same reception that the Simpsons one did, but honestly, you can't expect everything to be gold, right? I really think that this video is one of my best videos I've ever made. I think the pacing is perfect. I think it's funny while still having that more chill, comfy vibe that I'm trying to go for now. and I just really like it. If I had to change anything about it though, it would probably be try and get more in depth in games like Touched, for example. But other than that, I think this is a very good video, and I'm very happy with it. I got no complaints. I got nothing to fucking say. But yeah, those are all the 2024 videos that are public, at least. I made a couple like unlisted videos that you'll never see. Like I made an application to the Fantasy Footballers Listener League, for example. And then I made, I made some Patreon exclusive videos. I also did like a background showcase for my Kirby Air Ride streams that I was doing, which I do want to get back to. I have this idea for a Kirby Air Ride challenge video that I would be streaming the whole thing. But I came to the realization there that streaming the whole thing is really fucking boring. So, so I'd rather not bore people, and I'd rather just like do the interesting parts, which is City Trial. So once I get to City Trial, I'll do that. But I'll be real, I haven't opened up the game in months because I just haven't thought about it. Okay, boys, it's time for the Q&A. Hello, hi, it's me, Binkus, at Binkus the Third. Hello, hi, it's me, Binkus, at Binkus the Third. Fuck you, Binkus. He asks, what's the biggest, most anticipated project you're working on that will come out next year? I'm not sure. This is gonna be kind of a theme for this Q&A. I'm very uncertain with my future right now, especially when it comes to content creation. Being completely realistic, I don't know if I'm gonna commit to something as hardcore as I did for that WarioWare video, just because it's a dumb decision. I committed super hardcore in that video because I thought at the time, like, watch time was really the big key to growing my YouTube channel. So having longer and longer videos means more and more watch time, means more and more recommendations. And obviously that wasn't the case. So I'm gonna try doing like 30-40 minute long projects. So it's nothing like super big, but I have some videos in the docket that I'm working on. Some ideas that I have, I'll say them right now. Some ideas I have, one's called like actual good licensed games. This one I'm working on right now. And I want to go over games like Ratatouille for the PS2, Cars for the PS2. And I'm trying to think of a third one to really put together. I'm just trying to make like a video on licensed or movie games that were actually good and that I actually enjoy. And two other ideas that I have, one is a Kingdom Hearts 2 level 1 challenge video, where I try to beat critical mode in level 1. This has been done on YouTube before, but to probably make it more difficult on myself, I'd probably like give myself a 1 week long time limit. So I'd have to do it in 7 days, and then I'd like document the entire thing. It's not only a long ass fucking game, but I've only 100%ed it on crit mode once. So trying to do that again would be such a fucking nightmare, especially on level 1. But and the third video idea I have is another Simpsons hit and run video where I try to do the special cars. The only thing really stopping me from getting to real work on that video is I did a test run around 2 years ago when I was doing the family sedan video. And I came to the realization that I think it's impossible. I think level 4 is actually fucking impossible, because level 4, the special cars, is like ATV. And you need the first mission, you need to hit a car hard enough to get an item. And the ATV just doesn't hit hard enough unless it only works like 1/10 of the time and you're timed doing it. So yeah, I'd probably like frame it as a can you beat the game, and then once we get to level 4, I'd probably be like, no, you can't. But let's see how far we can get. It could be something like that. I don't really know yet. I'm just trying to do one video at a time. As of right now, while I'm recording this, is January 7th. I'm working on these shorts to promote my WarioWare video because I really like the video. I really believe in it. This is like my last chance, like my last trying to promote that video though. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and it's got to move on. But yeah, there's some video ideas. It probably wasn't what you wanted, but I don't fucking care. Fuck you, Binkus. Roasted__ says, how did you meet the what? Meeting the what show was pretty interesting, because I think it was just like me, Great Blue. Oh god, I think Cyber Wizard was there. I don't remember, but we were all in a Suijin game, just like this one, and we were doing a bit for a Great Blue video that never came out, where he'd go sticky jumper demo, and we'd all go quick fix medic, and we just fly in the sky and fucking kill people. And as we were doing that, we ran to a pub with this guy with a stupid fucking dumb hat. and the Pompson, and some people recognized him in the pub. They're like, oh my god, it's the what show, are you doing your Pompson video? And we were just like, oh my god, YouTuber, we like YouTubers. Oh, you know what happened? I asked if I could be in his video. Yeah, I asked if I could be in his video. He didn't know who the fuck I was either. And he said, yeah, send me audio. So I friended him on Discord. And then I sent him really shitty audio with a really shitty microphone. Hold on. I'm going to put it... I'm going to put the clip right now.
Level 1 here real quick. Can I do that?
Oh, okay. Eureka effect time.
Can I just, like, not get stuck on the wall?
Wait, the what show's in our game?
The what show, really?
Yeah, the what 89 is the what show.
What? How many subs does he have? I'm not
20K or something?
Oh, that's not bad.
Never heard of him.
Someone said
Well, it's not that I've never heard of it. I don't remember.
Someone asked how the Pomstead video is going.
And don't just take it from me either. Here's professional player Zenith's opinion on the weapon.
The
Yeah, so I sent him that audio. He just put it in unedited. And I'm like, this guy's fucking funny. I watched his Pops video. I'm like, this guy's funny as hell. So I was telling the Chugglenuts, I'm like, we should add him. Did I tell him? Maybe I didn't tell him, but like we added him eventually. And yeah, he's just been a cool guy. I like the what. He's a cool, chill guy. He's really funny, really hot. Galaxy asks, thoughts on Smile? Also, keep up the great stuff, man. Thank you. Smile's good. I really liked the album song-wise. I thought it was like a very complex, but also really fun album. But honestly, I was so out on it when it was coming out just because of the marketing. I hated that whole fucking LOL XD RAR, epic millennial, old internet, fucking we're so epic random, Chuck Norris type shit. It was so cringy. And it's really hard to call myself a Porter Robinson fan nowadays because his viral moments are just him being a cringe lord. And I'm just like, man, I miss the Porter that was like this pretentious fucking I'm the goat of EDM. Because now he's making this, he makes really good music, but like every time someone says, they're like, oh, what music do you like? I'm like, oh, I like Porter Robinson. And they're like, oh, you mean Knock Yourself Out, Porter Robinson? Like, no. I mean, yeah, I did like it. I really think that Smile's a better album than Nurture just because there's no Chipmunk voice. Because that Chipmunk voice, I can't stand that Chipmunk voice sometimes. But I think overall, Smile is a better album than Nurture was. It's still no Worlds. Nothing will beat Worlds. And the fact that Hollow Heart came out this year made me totally forgive Porter on everything. So forget everything I said, Porter. I totally forgive you. Ridiculous Ties says, what's your favorite part of the video creation process and what makes it so special? Ending it. I would either say recording the footage, unless it's like a fucking stupid challenge video. Then I'd say it would be like editing the like graphics and the special shit and like the explanation shit. For example, this is like just some random example I'm thinking of. In my 30 days engineer video where I had the one with the monkeys, banana shit, and I had the what read it. I edited that first because I thought it'd be really funny. And it ended up really funny. And I like editing those parts the most. Those like shit post parts. Because they're not like overbearing. I don't have to make them perfect. But I can make them shitty enough to where it's funny. And what makes it special, I think it just makes it my own video. Like I love making things my own. And I'm trying to gain more of my own voice as I keep doing this shit. So I love banana monkey editing banana. 429436 says, did this really happen? And then he sends a tweet and it's me saying I pooped my pants. Yes, that really happened. Anonymous asks, what's your take on the quick play discourse? Honestly, I don't want to get into it. This year has totally jaded me on how this community handles discourse and how this community acts. It is, it's not something I even want to be a part of, honestly. I don't want to have any say in anything going on with fucking quick play. Because, one, I don't care. And two, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I'll say one thing, though, and this is like something that's really telling to me. It's just how morally inconsistent some people are, where they freak out and get really mad when the Chucklenuts fake an email saying that the spy's name is Eugene Hinkle, and then they turn around and get really happy when people want to directly call Jill shit for the Meet Your Match update. Like it's just insane how when the people they agree with do something stupid, then it's okay. It's just keep your eye out for that, all right? That's my one piece of advice. Generic Doodle says, there's a Zenith cinematic universe, or is it just a spin-off of the CCU Chucklenut cinematic universe? Joking aside, what inspired you to make YouTube videos? My first YouTube video I ever watched was Smosh singing the Pokemon theme song. My sister showed it to me, and I thought it was so awesome. And then every time I'd get a chance to use the computer, like the family computer, I would go onto YouTube and watch Smosh videos. For example, there's one like a handshake where he rips Ian's arm off. There's like Cat Soup, which is a fucking classic. Food Battle 2006, classic. Those types of videos are really what got me to want to make YouTube videos in the first place. And you know, the style of content I want to make and like the type of content I want to make changed as I grew up. You know, I want to make Let's Plays because of Sugar Conroy or Nintendo LP, or I want to make music videos because my sister made music videos for a while. I thought they were cool. Or I want to make commentary videos because I saw Leafy blowing up and I thought his commentary was so ass that I thought like we could have someone with a nuanced opinion. This is me in high school, by the way, so it probably wouldn't have been much better. But yeah, I always just knew I wanted to be a YouTuber, no matter the case. And it's changed. It's changed a lot, especially in the past 5 years since I've been making videos, but we keep going. Being even able to have YouTube as an idea of being like a full-time thing and I could be successful in it, even that like thought of that happening is what inspires me to keep going. Keep going, even in hard times. Or even when like, you know, you're struggling or like I'm mentally fucking wanting to die or something, like it keeps me going, just because even that prospect of it happening is all it takes for me to really want to keep going. Jam Point says, can you blow up? Dip asks, what are your reasons for hating Pyro, and do you think he's actually OP or just annoying to fight? I don't think I ever said Pyro's overpowered. That was in a joke. Like I've always joked when I say he's overpowered, I think, anyway. Or I made that air blast comparison in my sniper video, which is based as fuck. I just think he's annoying because he has so many abilities to help him approach. And especially in the context of a pub where everything's always so fucking chaotic and scattered, he can just like take a flank and win half the time if you don't have someone, you know, perma fucking stuck on the flank, and if that person isn't a heavy or a demo with stickies. Even if it's a demo with stickies, they could just approach. But yeah, and I think that air blast being a mechanic is such like an annoying fucking thing, because when you fight a pyro, it's like you're fighting a time bomb that is going to explode because you will die. Like the damage is guaranteed. At least when you're fighting like a scout or hell even a heavy, you can try to dodge. But when you're fighting a pyro, you're gonna take the same damage trying to dodge or not. So it's like you're fighting a time bomb. And you have to like snip the right wire in time, and even if you're playing a class like soldier or demo, there comes a set period of time where the pyro can just air blast, and if he does, you either die just by afterburn, or he will have to shoot, and you'll just air blast the rocket right back to him. It just becomes this hedonic timing that just preys on the fact that the person's fucked either way. And it is so goddamn annoying to fight. And every time I discuss this with like Great Blue, he's like, well, Pyro doesn't do that much damage. And then he fights a Pyro and it gets melted in 1 second. It's like, oh yeah? No, yeah. J-Bomb says, can you stream more, please? I don't know. I like streaming. It's fun. But then I just get to points where I just look at the start button and I'm just like, I don't wanna, and then I just don't want to do it, and then the stream sucks because I'm just sitting there like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to stream. I like streaming when I have a good idea, but especially for like the Kirby Ari video, I felt like that was a good idea, and then I started doing it. I'm like, oh, this sucks, so I stopped doing it. And when it comes to like when I was streaming TF2, that was the worst game ever to stream because you just get sniped. And I think it's cool like that people care enough to try and stream snipe you, like whatever. But when you're trying to stream TF2, you're trying to not look like a shitter because then you'll get made fun of, and 2, trying to entertain the chat because if you don't, then no one's gonna fucking watch you. So trying to balance those two things is so draining. And I'm just saying that streaming is harder than a 9 to 5, honestly. That's what I'm really saying. Jace asks, do you think the Vikings should stick with Sam Darnold or move on? To be fair, this was sent before the Lions game that they just played a couple days ago. But my opinion hasn't changed. I think they should move on. I never thought Sam Darnold is a $50 million fucking quarterback. Here's what I thought. And I don't even know if this will happen now because that Lions game was so fucking terrible. He was bad in that game. He was terrible in that game. But Sam Darnold's had a great year. And I felt like he would have a great year. That's why in like every fantasy league I was in, I'd draft him like right at the end. Or I'd pick him up on waivers after picking up a guy in IR. Like what I'd get TJ Hawkinson, who started out on IR in my draft. I've been like the 10th round. And then once the draft ended, I would put Hawkinson right on my IR. And I'd pick up Sam Darnold right away. Every single league I was in. Except for one that my dad was in because he picked Sam Darnold in like the 14th round where I'm like, okay, sure. So I always thought he'd be like fine. I didn't think he'd be this good for sure. But I thought he'd be fine. I never thought he'd be $50 million fine. And I always thought JJ McCarthy would be the future of the franchise no matter what. I thought the conversation was kind of interesting recently because he was playing so goddamn good. But, I mean, we saw it with the Lions game. Like, he will choke under pressure. I don't think he has that, like, that gene in him where he can't stand the lights. So I think best case scenario, we, like, franchise tag Sam Darnold this year, and then we trade him pretty much immediately for a haul. Because I think we could get a haul. But, no, I don't think we should pay him $50 million. That $50 million could be spent literally anywhere else. So who knows? But what do I know? I mean, last year when we were talking about football, I was like, I really hope they keep Kirk Cousins because if they don't, because one, Kirk Cousins is really good, and two, Justin Jefferson loves Kirk Cousins, and Justin Jefferson's gonna leave. Justin Jefferson never ended up leaving, and Kirk Cousins got benched on the Falcons. So what the fuck do I know, right? I don't know anything. Not the Putin says, what's Z and V stands for in your nicknames on every social medias, though? Okay. So the ZV was from, like, the old, not really old. It's just like an alias I had on Twitch. It was called Zenith Vox. Like Vox, the news site. I just thought it sounded cool. But I had it, and I thought it sounded cool. That was a good way to differentiate me from every other fucking Zenith in the world. And then my friend started calling me Penis Cox, so I changed it. I keep the ZV though because I think it looks cool. And again, it's just a differentiator from the other fucking millions of Zeniths. Because you gotta remember, when I started, there was like that furry Zenith who had like 40,000 subs, and now there's this Minecrafter Zenith who is way more famous than I'll ever be. So the ZV is just there because I'm Zenith ZV. These guys can all be fucking Zenith Minecraft, Zenith fucking dick in my ass. I'm Zenith ZV. And then the Twitter is VX because Zenith ZV was taken somehow. And the guy has a dead account and I can't get it. So I just made it Zenith VX because I'm not going to pay Elon Musk any fucking money for a username. Fuck him. Ambuish Anubish asks, how do you deal with the demotivation of burnout of editing? Also, we frags to riches. Dog with red scarf. I've mentioned this quite a bit, but I find it hard to follow my own advice. So I'll just say it again. The best way that I like stay motivated and keep editing, even when I do get demotivated and I do get burnt out, the best way that I get over it is I just start doing it. Because really the burnout to me is just sitting on my computer looking at Premiere and going, fuck, I don't want to do it. I got this app recently. It's called Forest, and I haven't used it once. But the concept of it is good. It's like it turns your phone off pretty much. And if you work for an extended period of time, you grow like a little tree, and then you grow a bunch of trees, and you grow a little forest. I haven't used it once because I'm a stupid idiot, but but I think it could be a good tool to like, really get yourself and say, you know what, for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to start working on this. And then 10 minutes becomes an hour because that's when you really get into the swing of things. And you're like, man, I fucking love this shit. I also just love editing. So when Adobe Premiere like fucking cooperates with me, it's just such a nice, smooth, peaceful process. I can have like a show on the left side of me, and I could just be in my zone editing. It's just a nice feeling to be able to edit. And yeah, epic sauce. It's just Ace says, would you be down for collabs? Probably not. I won't lie. If you asked me like 2-3 years ago, I'd probably say yeah. But at this point, I think I'm good with the friends I have, and I think that I'm just so jaded from trying to talk to people. Because it turns out that a lot of people suck. And you'd be surprised, especially on the creator end, how many of them just suck. Like, for sure, I've met some cool people this year, and like they're chill and they don't bug me. But on the other hand, I've met with some shitty people this year who bother the fuck out of me. So no, I really just, I don't want to open myself up to this stuff. It just leads to unnecessary fucking drama and shit. And I really don't care to deal with it anymore. I just want to make my videos. So sorry, but no. Amanha says, do you think the TF2 community is going to lose some people after the closure comic number 7 gave? No. I saw some people freaking out over how it's like, oh, the new comic is out and it's the end of TF2. Oh, no. They're not going to shut down TF2 unless they stop making money from it. Like, let's be honest here. They're just not going to shut down the game unless people, they're like, what? So people thinking that the game's going to shut down or anything are being ridiculous. And second, I mean, I guess it's just me personally. I don't give a fuck about the comic. Like, it came out and I'm like, oh, cool. I can make a shit post on the Chucklenuts Twitter. But that's it. Like, then I'm done. I'm not going to read it. I haven't read any of them. I don't care. So yeah, I like playing TF2 as a game. I don't really care about the lore or anything. But that is just me. I know that most people do. A Wild Ferrothorn says, why do the Vikings suck? They don't suck. They're one of the best teams in the league, bro. Pharaoh's just mad that I crushed him at fantasy football. Fuck you, Pharaoh. H&K Nightly or just Nightly? What are your favorite games that released this year, 2024, or last year? And what kind of other content can we look forward to in 2025? Well, the other content was stuff I brought up before, so I'm not going to answer that one again. My favorite games, I was actually going to make a Penith video. I have a second channel called Penith, by the way. I was going to make a video like about my top 10 favorite games, but I just never got around to it. So I do have a list of games of 2024. Some of my favorite games I played for the first time last year. Not that I finished or anything. There was Balatro I really loved. I finished Yakuza 0. That was a really good game. WarioWare Move It. I played that for the first time. That game was incredible. I loved that one. The Beginner's Guide was a great experience. I wouldn't call that really a game. It's more of an experience. And I should play that again, though. It was really, really good. I played Phantom Hourglass for the first time in forever. And I really enjoyed it. I thought that Temple of the Ocean King was really fun, honestly. And people complaining about that are babies. Because I loved it. It wasn't even that hard. I've been playing Yik. I haven't finished it, but that game's pretty good too. I played Teardown this year. That game's been pretty fun. A Short Hike was great. That was an amazing game. Baba Is You I played. That was really good. I played a lot of Madden, of course. I think Madden 25 is definitely one of the better games of Madden recently. I think if I had to rate all the Maddens I've played, it would be like 20, 21, what was even 22? I don't even remember. I don't think I got 22. 23, 19, 24, 25. I think 25 is my favorite. It's really fun. I think it's just Madden, like whatever. Ooh, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I finally played RCT 2 for the first time this year. This is a game that my sisters used to play a lot. They used to love RCT 2. But I would never play it because I never understood it. And my friend took the time to show me how it works, and it's great. Oh my god, I love RCT2. Some other games that are really good. I beat Majora's Mask for the first time. That game is incredible, and I may eventually make a video on that game because it is. That's another game I've always wanted to like, but I can never get into. Once you beat the Snowhead Temple and the game just opens up, that game, oh my god, it's incredible. The Patrick Star game I played for quite a bit. It was a really fun open world game that my friend got me for my birthday. It was epic sauce. And the last two I'm going to bring up, one is Escape Sim. This isn't a new game or anything, but I really like Escape Sim. And the last one is Toaster Ball. Toaster Ball is, I don't even think this came out in 2024 either, but it's just like a multiplayer fucking Pong game, but you're toasters. That shit is so much fun because my friends and I just acted like we were playing professional sports where we were playing Toaster Ball. And we're like, oh my god, what a fucking move. There's some games. I also have some media. I know this wasn't part of the question, but I also have some media that I really liked and I wanted to talk about. I've been trying to consume more media because I got my own media server and I've been like Having it's like my own streaming service, but local files. It's amazing. So I just want to kind of highlight it. For movies that I've watched this year that I thought were amazing, Bruce Almighty was pretty good. I watched Groundhog Day for the first time. Oh my god, that's a classic. Deadpool Wolverine, that one was pretty funny, but it was very like referential. I watched The Wolf of Wall Street for the first time. Damn, that movie. I was always told that movie like really peters off at the end. It doesn't. It just stays high the entire time. I liked it so much. I watched Dallas Buyers Club. That one's a heartbreaker. And The Truman Show. The Truman Show was that was great. I've never really been like a Jim Carrey guy, but man, I've watched a lot of him this year. I realized I watched the Jim Carrey Grinch for the first time. I didn't really like that one, and then I watched Sonic 3 too, which I thought was really, really stupid, but it was funny, so I can't complain. For TV, the main one I watched this year was The Office. I've never watched it, but I've always, my sisters really liked it, and then I watch these guys on TikTok sometimes called Breadbasket, and they always bring up The Office and how much they like it. So I gave it a shot, and literally episode 2, just you're in, and it's fucking, it's a lot edgier than I thought it would be, and that makes it so great. It's such a funny show, and it's heartbreaking too. It's great. I'm still not done with it. I may not finish it. I'm at season 8 right now, and I'm just not feeling it, man. It's just. After Michael left, people said like the show tapers off, and it really does, because it just feels like it's just kind of coasting off of being The Office at this point, and I'm not a big fan. And then one last list. It's a list of my favorite YouTubers of 2024. Number 10 was Clint Stevens. He didn't upload much, but I got into like a big Clint Stevens kick again. I get into one every year. I love Clint Stevens. He's like my favorite creator ever. Moving on. Number 9 is Barry McCockiner. He's a sports channel and a troll on Twitter, and he does something different where he trolls, and it's always funny. He always hits. Adam Ragusa is number 8. I think Adam Ragusa is the best cooking channel because he's like straightforward to the point, and when he's not straightforward and trying to like run the video on for watch time, he gives you like really good descriptions and reasons as to why things happen, which is great. Number 7 is Planet Clue. I haven't been as into his content since the rebrand, honestly, but something about it just hits. Number 6 is Adosa Buckley. This guy is so consistent and just so great, and he's awesome. Number 5 is the people I mentioned before, Breadbasket. They are my favorite TikTok channel. What they do is they just talk about mundane things, and they always pretend like it's a sports player. So they talk about the Nintendo Switch, for example, and they're like, the Switch, he's a good kid. He's got a lot of years on him. He's a veteran player. He's a good guy. Like, that's what they do. To literally everything. And they have this podcast where they don't kill the bit ever. And it is amazing what they do and how long they can do it for. Number 4 is Northern Lion. Northern Lion, I watched a lot of Balatro content, and with that came a lot of Northern Lion. I would listen to him just on my like hour-long walks every day with my dog, and it was great. I just listened to him playing Balatro and shit-talking his chat, and then I started watching his Super Auto Pets videos because I never did that, and those were also great. I'm like, damn, NL has fucking decades of content to watch, because I watched him in Super Meat Boy, and then I stopped, and oh my god, there's so much to watch. I'm still catching up. Number 3 is Clubs Hub. This guy posted 2 videos, and they were both bangers. I found him from a random YouTube short he posted, where it was about like Guitar Hero. He posted like 100 YouTube shorts or something. And I clicked on the video related because I thought the short was really funny. And his video about Guitar Hero just hooks you in right at the beginning, and it never lets go. And it is like a 3-hour-long masterpiece about Guitar Hero. And then he made a 3-hour-long Kingdom Hearts video, and it was also amazing. And I'm like, man, this guy knows what he's fucking doing. So yeah, Clubs Hub is great. He deserves way more recognition. Number 2 is Sleep Deprived. It's slop, but it's slop I really enjoy. I think it's just the perfect content to have on at all times. When I'm bored or when I want to be entertained, I know that I could just turn on Sleep Deprived and listen to them talking about gooning for 10 minutes, and it'll make me laugh every time because their reactions are always so different. It's great. It's great. And then number 1 is Atrioc or Big A, the Big A channel mainly. it's a YouTube Shorts channel, like a clip channel. But I don't know if he started doing it this year or last year. They started posting just like 10-minute long highlights of him just talking to chat. And if I were to ever have a Twitch chat or Twitch live stream like that, I would want to have a channel like the Big A channel, because all he does is talk about like news and economics and, you know, like marketing and shit, and like his stories about his life. And it's cut down to 10-minute little segments, and they are so engaging, and he's so funny, and his chat is so engaged the entire time. It is literally like perfect content. I love it, and it's posted every day. The editor Adish does an amazing job. Yeah, those are my lists. Okay, moving on. Nepotism says Big Chungus or Ugandan Knuckles. Come on, man. Who the fuck do you think I am? What's really funny that I just realized a couple of days ago is fucking Big Chungus vs Shaggy Unravel is almost the most viewed Big Chungus video on YouTube. It is literally like 100,000 views away from being the most viewed. That is so stupid. How? That shit has 15 million views. Cheerios asks, does making TF2 content feel like a chore to you? No, not really. I really like TF2 content. I have so many ideas for it too. It's just, I want to try doing this. One thing I never want to do is pigeonhole myself, and I always want to look for the next big idea. So like branching out into other things and trying to branch out anyway. This is like, you know, the next step. I love TF2 content though. I have ideas for it if I ever want to go back to it, and I may, because I'm not going to commit to like being like, oh, I'm done with TF2 forever, because I love TF2. It's a great game. But no, I don't think it's a chore. I love TF2. Fuck you, Cheerios. Joe Mama Rama says, I have a few, but answer whatever you want. First, what's the plan with the Chocolate and Among Us podcast? The Among Us podcast is dead. Dude, come on. Chocolate, I'll get into it in a bit. Okay. Are there more episodes planned, or will it be a touch and go? Second, as a content creator, how do you come up with scripts? As an aspiring content creator myself, I found it easy to come up with ideas, but struggle to come up with what to say. Thanks for making such banger content. Thanks, Joe Mama Rama. Chuckle Nuts, we're definitely taking this year more seriously. The past couple of years, we didn't really do much. So here's the timeline of the entire Chuckle Nuts. So 2022, we make the channel, and it was in the summer of 2022, I'm pretty sure. And I did everything pretty much. I would get people in, I'd like at them all, and I'd be like, let's do a podcast, a weekly podcast. I would edit the podcast that night. I would send it out. I would do it. I would add all the audio spectrums on my computer, and my computer was fucking chugging. I did everything for it, and I would like post it. I'd make the thumbnail. I'd do everything. And then like fall came around, and I was like, man, like I really can't keep doing this stuff. It's not, so it's gonna be less consistent. So we stopped being more consistent. Then 2023, we kind of stopped doing podcasts because we ran out of ideas. We just ran out of things to talk about, pretty much. And that's like the big problem with podcasts is like you think you are so interesting, and then you actually start talking, and you realize like, man, I have nothing to say now. Like I'm out of things. So yeah, we ended up not doing that. And then if you noticed in 2024, I wasn't even in anything for the Chocolate Nuts. That's kind of because late 2023, I kind of just like took a step back from that group for a bit, and I'm like, look, I just want to focus on my own shit, and do my own thing. And then once I finished that Simpsons video and like did that, and I did my own shit, I joined back, and I just wasn't able to get in any of the things. But I made the deal where I'm like, I really don't want to edit for the Chocolate Nuts anymore. Like this takes up way too much of my time, and I can't do it. Like I can't constantly have my computer on rendering podcasts and having the audio spectrums, blah, 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 all that shit. So I ended up just like not doing anything this year for Chocolate Nuts. If you look at the podcasts and stuff, they all look a lot different. That's because the what was doing them. But yeah, this year, and another thing is like we try to hire an editor for the Chocolate Nuts, and they would either not make a product that we felt was worth watching, which is saying a lot for the Chocolate Nuts, trust us. And then they didn't even have raw files to send to us so we can fix it. So we just couldn't upload it. Like we just couldn't upload. We had a whole hide and seek we had to retcon because it was just that bad. Or our editor would fucking die. Like we've had like 4 editors have a fucking national tragedy happen to them. We're just like we're cursed. We are so cursed. So, yeah, we've been trying to get a good editor to do videos and stuff. I think we have some good people on the docket right now that are like working on stuff, and we finally are taking it more seriously. We have someone to actually like try and manage us. So yeah, it's chugging us. Hopefully, things work out and we post more on it. That's the goal. When it comes to scripts, normally I take a really long time to write scripts. It's probably why my videos take the longest, is because, again, especially like for the Simpsons video, like when I feel like I have nothing to say, I just gotta shit post through it. So, a general idea that I've come up with, especially for the last 2 videos, is like, what I do is I just kind of watch what happens. I don't really write much of the meat of the sections, of parts that I know I don't have anything for. And what I do is I do the intro, and then I just watch the footage and I write down stuff, and then while I'm editing it and like writing it down, I just keep adding recordings and I just keep adding jokes and shit while I think of it. I think that's the best way to do it, honestly, just that kind of on the fly shit posty fucking editing. I think it just makes the video a lot better. Squash Daniel asks, what was with the Wright brothers meme? Where did that come from? So for those who don't know, I have it used to be a second channel, and then it got like permanently demonetized, so it became like a shitpost channel called Zenith. And for the past, I would say 4 years, I would intermittently post the Wright brothers from Epic Rap Battles of History, rap battling random people. And I don't remember how it started, but I just think it's really funny, so I just keep doing it. Like, my latest videos on the Zenny channel are the Wright brothers versus Can You Beat the Simpsons Hit and Run with the Worst Car, which is just a re-upload of my video with the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers versus Deji, which is the Sidemen diss track. The End of the Wright brothers, which was an April Fool's joke. The Wright brothers versus That Was Legit. Yeah, it's just really funny, and I'm gonna keep doing it. We don't need to fight. Gren says, if you actually define what your mascot / persona is rather than literally just Masahiro Shina, what would it be? Or would you just leave it up to interpretation? I don't know, man. I've tried to change my avatar quite a bit throughout the years, but it just always goes back to this fucking anime picture. I still like it, man. It's just a good picture. Here's the thing, and this is something that I've just been stuck with forever. I love the idea of this being Zenith, this like anime fucking girl being the Zenith shit. I am so set on this idea to the point where I can't even think of my channel without it. And it's bad because, like, what if one day I get a DMCA claim or something, right? I would hope by then, if I'm big enough by then, I'd just face reveal and I just make myself the fucking persona. But I haven't face revealed yet, and I'm not planning on it yet. So, I mean, we'll see. Here's my promise to you guys. I'll face reveal and I'll start doing, like, face cam shit when I feel comfortable enough to make this my full-time job. Because I say way too much out-of-pocket shit to not get a job for what I say online. J-Ro asks, will you only ever live stream for video footage or Minecraft? I really enjoyed the streams whenever I made it to one. I do want to stream more again. Like, I've said this every year and I just haven't done it. It's kind of just a problem with what I want to do for it. But the thing is, like, to be able to stream, you need to have a chat and an audience. And to be able to do that, you got to convince people to watch you stream. But I find it really hard to convince people to watch me stream when no one's watching me. And it's not like a you have to watch me thing. Like, that's just my thought process. So, I don't know, man. I eventually, like, I hope one day I can feel comfortable enough streaming to the point where I can do it every day. And I can do those types of big A style content. But, will I only live stream for video footage? I mean, I think at the beginning, especially for sure, like when I'm going to try and grow a stream again, it would have to be like for videos or for shorts or something. Like, I'd probably try to be like that, like farm for that kind of stuff. But I mean, I also would like to have, you know, talking with chat moments and hanging out and chilling, because I think that's what a stream's all about, just chilling. Carlboy Max YT asks, how long does it take to edit your videos? A really long time, man. I would say, like, being totally real, if I spent every single waking hour of my day editing like that WarioWare video that took probably, I think, 8 months to make, I'd probably get done in like 2. that would be not including recording, by the way. That would be 2 of just sorting and editing and writing and all that stuff. If I spent every waking moment of my life, I would probably take 2 months to do it. Just because it's monumental shit, and then I add stupid stuff that takes way too long to implement. Like I added this one thing like near the end in the smooth. Oh my god, the audio spectrums. Oh my fucking god, dude. I added these audio spectrums to highlight music in twisted, touched, smooth moves, and I really just want to have it for smooth moves. I felt like I had to have it for every single thing just so it looked consistent. Adding those were such a fucking nightmare. Adding this was the worst because like I'd place it down and the entire program would freeze for 30 minutes, and then I'd have to move it an inch and another 30 minutes. I'm never doing that shit again. That was the fucking worst. I don't know how people add audio spectrums to their videos and not want to kill themselves. It's actually the worst. Lay poo poo god, those who know, insert trollolols here. What do you expect for the future of this channel? Your Simpsons car video was a massive hit, but sadly the WarioWare one couldn't reach the same heights. Does this affect the current format you've been using? By the way, I love your videos, and I generally think you're the funniest channel. Thank you. Unfortunately, it does, mainly because, again, I really can't commit to long-term projects like that if they're gonna flop like the WarioWare one did, which as of January 8th, I guess I'm recording this now, it did flop. Like, let's be real here. I do think the format is a good format. I really am proud of the video itself, so I'm probably not going to change how the video's done. But when it comes to the topic or the like maybe way I go in depth and like the way I review shit and make the video 3 hours long, I'm probably not going to do that for a long time unless somehow this WarioWare video just skyrockets or something. I don't know. But yeah. Okay, boys, it's been over an hour of me recording. It's going to cut down for sure. But yeah, that's going to be the update video, guys. Make sure to leave a like. I'm Leafy is here. Fucking 30-year-old man. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.